So, lads, it might end up happening. It might end up happening. So, a lot of people have been have been showing me this post here, and I got shared this quite a lot. And I don't think it means anything, but it does mean something. Look, Angel Reese is for whatever you say about Angel Reese, you can like her, or you can hate her. She's not dumb. She's not dumb. When it comes to her brand, when it comes to making sure that people see what she wants them to see, she is super smart. From a marketing perspective, she is unbelievably smart. And this is something that obviously is going to be taken one way. She tweets A or wings. She's probably has a deal with Buffalo Wild Wings or something. But there's a million different ways that she could have posted a hint without that. There are ways that she could have posted a hint or something about it that didn't involve making it sound like she's talking about Angel, especially when people were using the AOR Wings hashtag when Angel had the falling out with the Sky. She used that same hashtag. And that's all people are talking about is the wings. Angel and Paige. I mean, I think the Wings are the most likely team. I think if the Wings don't get the number one pick, funnily enough, like I think no matter what happens, the Wings are going to draft the same player, and it's going to be Awafam. I think they're going to draft the same player no matter what. But the optics of giving away the number one pick for Awafam in a trade for Angel Reese is the optics are worse than giving up the number two pick for Angel Reese. If you get the number two pick, even though you're going to take the same player, and then if you're the Sky, you're banking on Olivia Miles being there too. Or you're going to take like a Flaw J and just go full combo guard. But Angel Reese is almost certainly going to be traded from the Sky. And the Dallas Wings pick is the most obvious trade. But the Dallas Wings could also make a really good trade that I wouldn't make personally. I would trade their high pick this year because, unpopular opinion, I think Zaza James on 3 more years of sub 100K is worth more than getting a first overall pick on 250K max. Free, like, these rookie deals are currently free basically. But for the Wings to get Angel Reese without giving up the top 2 or 3 pick that they have in the draft, they're probably going to have to give up Zaza, Louisa via sign and trade, because I think she's reserve free agent. She might be 100K. It'll be Zaza, Louisa, JJ Quinterly, Maddie Siegrist, and the Aces next pick. Basically, they'll have to give up everybody. Maybe they keep Louisa. It'll be Maddie, Zaza, JJ Quinterly, and the pick. And you might have to throw Diamond Miller in that. And the Aces, and maybe their pick and the Aces 2027 pick. Like, it's because the 2027 draft might be a lot weaker without Juju. As we saw with them not tanking and getting rid of Chris Coughlin the reason why they got rid of Chris Coughlin is when they did. They got rid of Chris Coughlin 2 days after Juju Watkins announced she was redshirting, or she wasn't playing the season. So the expectation is that she's not going to be there till 2027. So if she was, or 2028, if she was going 2027, if you're Dallas, you just need to tank 1 more year. So you take your draft pick, you get Chris Coughlin, you keep him in. Chris Coughlin is not going to win you games. You just try to build around young players for another year. However, now you're in win now mode, and you can have a win now mode where you can bring in an Angel Reese, where, look, a lot of players want to play with Angel Reese because of what she can do on the floor. They just don't want to play in Chicago. Even though, as bad as Dallas is, it's better in Chicago. So suddenly you've got Paige, you've got Angel, and you've got unlimited cap space. So you need one other all-star. You need like an all-star. Did I have another pick this year? No, but like, you can very easily go with that lineup and say, cool, we will pay Julie Allemond. We'll give you half a max. if the max is $1 million, we'll give Julie Alamo, we'll give you 500K. You go play the one. And then go to every single all-star wing and try to get any of them. Doesn't matter who it is. Get any all-star wing that's not two ball dominant. Offer Kayla McBride every cent of the max. Offer Bridget Carlton maybe. Bridget Carlton could probably do the job. And then keep Louisa, keep Angel. And then you can stack your bench. And suddenly you're not contenders, but you're in the playoffs. With a good coach. It doesn't have to be Sandy Brownlow, but you've got that. And I still do think that Angel Reese, she's smart enough to know. Maybe she's not hinting anything, but she's smart enough to know it's going to cause a social media kind of shitstorm. And look, I do think that of all the teams that are actually in for Angel Reese, the only one that really makes sense is if she goes to the Dallas Wings. They're the only team that has the assets, that has the actual assets. Some people literally have said, I saw, what was it, the trades where one of them was like, the Toronto Tempo will trade the 7th pick and they'll let them keep who they were taking in the expansion draft, which is probably nobody. Because I don't, and they'll probably take Aisha Sivka in that. Maybe not. Maybe they'll protect Sivka. But like, that's what they were saying for Angel Reese. I'm like, man, it's going to take a lot because these, like, if you've got multiple years left on the pre-CBA rookie deals, your contract's gold dust. Like, a player like I would trade like Zaza James versus Easy Fudd or Flaw J Johnson. Like, I would take 3 years of Zaza James over Flaw J. Why? Because Zaza's on a quarter of the money. Like, Zaza will allow you to bring in an extra player. Like, if you've got so many on those old rookie deals, you can bring in players. Why the Fever are going to be still such an attractive free agency destination, because they've got 2 max slots free. But yeah, it is an interesting one, and Angel knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. I don't know. Oh, is the Wings for the Victoria's Secret thing? Oh, it probably is. Somebody actually said it there. You just saw an ad, nice. Still. If that's what it is, there's a million different ways she could have said it other than AOR Wings. If nothing else, she's shit staring. If nothing else, she is shit staring and trying to cause uproar, like trying to cause a conversation on social media. And let's be real. She does not want to be in Chicago the way it currently is. So yeah, it's one of those things where she's definitely smart in getting relevance from something like this. But we have to talk about this because, let's be completely honest, I think she would want to play for the Wings. And I also think the Wings really could do with her. If only they just had drafted her instead of JC Sheldon. If only. Anyway, I'll see you guys.